Hey Ben, why don't you reload? Well, as a matter of fact, guys, I do. In the wake of the video talking about how much money I spend on ammo in a year, or at least how much I spent last year, maybe that number will go up this year, who knows? In the wake of that, a lot of guys saying, hey, why don't you reload? And the fact is, I do reload. Now, there's some caveats to that. I mean, the whole time, like my whole shooting career, I have never reloaded ammunition for a match. And I've never reloaded ammunition. Well, maybe once or twice. I've used reloads to teach a class. And I don't do that anymore. The reason is, of course, things are more likely to go wrong when you reload, especially if you're a little bit careless like me. Reloading really doesn't suit my personality, to tell you the truth. But it is something that I do in order to save money for training ammo. So I usually load these. These are blue bullets from At the Blue Bullets. They do give me bullets, which is nice of them. And I'm using these Ginix primers. Now this is another problem with reloading lately. It's become difficult to get the name brand American stuff that you might think you need. So a lot of people have switched to alternatives. But yes, so I'm using Ginix primers, blue bullets. I still have some Winchester primers left over. And I load just training ammo for myself. In terms of volume, is it a lot? No, not that much. It's just when I'm at home and I can load ammo and I'm shooting a gun that likes reloaded ammo, which I'll talk about in a second, then yeah, I'll reload and shoot it. Now, what do I mean by a gun that likes reloaded ammo? Different chambers are tighter than others, or like different lengths and whatnot. I have a set of competition CZs where the chambers got reamed a little bit just to make the reloads feed a little bit more reliably, because these are, I mean, in spite of my best efforts, these are still going to be a little bit irregular because you're using, it's not the brass's first time and you're just loading it up yourself. There's going to be issues. So I have a set of CZs that are reamed out to take reloads more easily, and that's the guns that I like to use them in. Also, my Walther PDPs are good with reloads. My Gen 5 Glocks are not as good with reloads. The chambers on those are really tight. Now, you can tell the gun's very accurate. The Gen 5 Glocks, I think, are tack drivers. But in terms of being able to eat reloads, no. Like they're not as good with that. Now, a lot of you reloading nerds are probably freaking out right now. Like, you need to load better stuff or load it within spec. Yeah, that's true. I would have to be very, very competent with reloads and load it all perfectly to spec, inspect it, case gauge it, do all this different stuff. And honestly, I don't do that. I'm just not going to. The reason is it's not a productive use of my time. Like if I can reload and then skip a bunch of QC processes and then use that training ammo to train without doing all that process, that's what I'm going to do. So instead of loading really high quality ammo that takes me more effort and shooting it through my Glock, I'll just load low quality ammo and shoot it through the Walther, and there won't be any problems. Like that's how I work. I'm really, really pretty lazy. So anyway, if you're curious if I reload, I do reload. Just due to these constraints, basically, am I at home to actually reload? And am I shooting like my training guns? Like, am I shooting the CZs? I mean, if not, if I'm shooting my Glocks, I'm going to use factory ammo. So that's what I got for you. Questions, comments, you can put it below.